Three-time champion now, back to back, the Raptors, then the Lakers. Congrats. How does it feel?
Thank you, and feeling very truly blessed and very lucky to be a part of so many great teams, organizations. But got a chance to actually lay my hair down, relax a little bit. Looking forward to maybe taking a vacation one of these days soon. But you know how it is, man. You win. It's short off seasons, a lot of obligations. But trying to enjoy the ride as much as possible. During a pandemic, it makes it a little easier. You don't have to do as many appearances. Everything's virtual. So yeah, I'm enjoying my time off right now and I'm just trying to relax.
So many things have been thrown off with the pandemic. One of the things I was thinking about for you is you're probably going to get your Lakers ring before you get your Raptors ring. That's pretty
Yeah,
strange, right?
it is. It is. And I was talking about it with Phil actually, because me and Phil have been waiting for a little while now. We said we were in no rush, is we want to do it the right way and receive our ring in front of the city, in front of the fans. Hopefully, we have fans next year. But yeah, I'm just truly blessed and excited to be able to be a part of both experiences. Obviously, the rings aren't going anywhere. I know that, but yeah, I'm excited to see what they design up for this one. I've seen the design for the Raptors ring. I've seen how crazy it was. I haven't got a chance to wear it yet or see in person of my own. But I'm excited to see what the Lakers bring to the table.
Now, you apparently have no off season because you've teamed up with Dove Plus Care and the NBPA for the Commit to Care Now initiative. The CARE
Mhm.
stands for Commit to Racial Equity Now. Why don't you
Mhm.
tell us a bit more about the program?
Well, they came to me, so it's an honor and a pleasure to be a part of something and be asked from them. I knew what they were trying to do, what direction they're moving in, and obviously during this time, everyone is trying to make change for the bigger picture, the greater good, the bigger cause. And once they asked me, it was a no-brainer for me. I just felt honored to be a part of it because every chance we get, every opportunity we get in the bubble, we want to speak on those things, talk about them, hopefully take some type of action. And every one of my sponsors have done a great job with being socially active and being a part of trying to make change and injustices. But during this time, they were one of the first, I feel like, during in the bubble to come to me and to want to partner and try to do some things and make some changes. So I said it was just an easy decision for me to make to be a part of it. Every partner I have, I try to find some type of mutual alignment of what we're trying to do, planning not just in the short term, but the long run and the bigger picture. And I said because of what they're doing and the changes they're trying to make, and I guess the activations or the actions that they're doing of being involved made it very easy for me to be a part of it.
Now, one of the important aspects of the program that I saw was fighting against racial profiling and the negative
Yes,
light in which Black men, Black women are cast. Uh,
I have reviewed. Yes.
mhm. And one of the things I wanted to touch on with you was your championship celebration with the Raptors last year. There was a moment, an unfortunate moment that Masai Ujiri had to go through. I assume you were in the middle of celebrating the title when it happened. When did you even catch light of what happened with Masai?
I actually, and it's crazy. I don't think anybody's ever asked me this question. I actually kind of was right there. Like I was celebrating, but I was right there when it happened because my dad was going through the same type of deal. Security is being very strict, and my dad was arguing security as well, trying to get through. And I was trying to calm my dad down, like, "Yo, relax, it's okay, man. We're gonna get you through." And he's like, "That's my son. It's my son. Like, let me through." And I think Messiah was right there as well. And I think he had just gotten an altercation. I'm like, that's what I'm saying. That's our GM. That's our, I'm saying is he's our guy. Like he's part of this too. They're part of our celebration. I think he just got into it. And they were telling me that Masai just got into security. And I was like, what? Like, yeah, he almost got into a fight with security. And then obviously the whole story came out after that because I didn't really believe how big of a deal it was till after the fact. But I was right there when it happened because my dad almost got into the same situation with security because they're looking at him and viewing him, as somebody violent, somebody angry, and that doesn't belong. As soon as you see all these videos of people walking in on people in their houses or on their lawn and saying, "Do you own this house? Do you live here?" Because of your color of skin, they feel like you don't belong, or they also think that you're violent. And I want to start. Women are just so strong, especially Black women. They've gone through so much, man. We owe them a lot more than what we give them. But it's at the viewpoint and the categories of stereotypes that were put in We're trying to change that. And, Dove Men Plus Care came to me with this and said it was just an honor and pleasure to be part of it, be chosen as one of the players. But to try to change those stereotypes, change those viewpoints, and how Black men and women are viewed, and all races, all people of other colors are viewed, is a big deal. And it starts with just that, using our voice, and hopefully trying to just change the mantra or change the stereotype of it. And then hopefully things in the future will be looked at and will be more respected. We won't look at it as violent. And then from that point on, we're able to not have to approach things so much carefully than than the normal, regular people do. Every situation we have an encounter with an authority or an officer or a figure of some stature, we have to be very different in how we approach things because of how we're viewed.
And with Masai, at least we were able to see the video evidence come out a couple months ago where we were able to see the truth. And he has the resources to fight for that. So many people don't. What was your reaction when you saw the video?
I was shocked. I didn't know. I didn't know how serious it was when I heard about it at the time. I was right there, when they're talking about it. And I was like, oh, everybody has problem security, nothing major. But I didn't know it came to that. I didn't know it came to blows. It came to swinging. So I was like, wow, it's a big. And I didn't realize how much it became a big deal, how much it blew up. I was like, damn, my family was right there, right in. That could have been my dad. That could have been my brother or one of my friends. But I'm glad that he had the resources, or he had footage of what really happened, how things went down. Because if he didn't, and if he wasn't who he was, he might have been tried, convicted, locked up for who knows. He might have been in a very bad situation. When we've seen so many of the people of other color get a pass, get a pass, or not even be tried or convicted. Even officers not even convicted for doing 10 times worse in certain situations and being let free. This guy would have lost his job, been fired, probably been locked up or in jail or in prison, convicted for who knows what they would have tried to convict him for, assault, anything could have happened to him. But luckily they have the footage. Luckily, he is a person of power and has a position and the resources to fight it. Because if he didn't, instead of it was my dad or my brother or my friend, it could have been a very sticky situation.
Now, another important aspect of this initiative is empowering Black youth. And
yeah.
Part of this program is committing $250,000 to empower them to create better futures for themselves and understanding the importance of voting as well. How do you stress that importance to them when, let's face it, a lot of us when we're 18, 19, that's not something we're thinking about?
We have no idea. And I was lucky enough, fortunate enough to be able to do that when I was 18, 19. And it was for Obama. That was first time voting. As part of history, I just always want to be a part of history some way, somehow, but also said, do the right thing. And I was taught by my, collegiate teammates and coaches and people around me how important it was. And I'm just trying to do the same for those around me. And I stress it and urge it every time I'm on any type of podcast platform, radio interview. I try to reiterate how important it is. But I think it's time for me as well as us to take action and actually be out there and be at Staples Center voting and letting people know, and showing how important it is to vote. So I plan on doing that at some point soon. I am registered to vote in California finally. But I reiterate, urge as many times as possible on every platform that I've spoken on. We need to vote because that's where the change, that's where it starts, that's where it happens. And so I'm ready to take action and actually be out there at the voting polls and showing my face and showing on social media that I voted and that everybody else needs to go out and do the same.
And Danny, one of the last things I want to touch on here is you've ingratiated yourself with the Toronto community, the Canadian community really closely, and embrace the culture. You're here for summer camps all the time. Obviously, things are quite different now. Canada has its own racial problems. I was just wondering if maybe you had any ideas or plans to be a voice on racial inequality to some of the issues that are here.
For sure, if they allow me to. I mean, I love the city of Toronto. I love Canada as a country, man. The people are amazing. They always treated me. It was I can't wait to get back. All the places I call home, I hold dear to my heart. Even San Antonio, even though I've been in Cleveland for a brief year, it was a home for me for a short minute of time. Chapel Hill. So anytime, any chance I get to get back to those places, and try to make change for the good or advocate for the issues and try to bring light with the issues that you guys are having, and try to change those issues. I still keep in contact with a lot of my Canadian friends there and some of my teammates, and they keep me informed of what's going on. So yeah, I would love to get back there and hopefully have some. I know you guys have a lot of. I went to Halifax and saw, I guess one of the first places of immigration of people that came in, and how historic that is, and also know how diverse the city of Toronto is, and obviously other cities in Canada. How many people you have from the islands, Jamaican, Haitians, Trinidadians, Black, whites. I was so many different people there, which made it so unique and so amazing as a city. So I know some of the things that they have gone through and some of the issues they've gone through. So I can only hope. And you said I'll use my voice right now since the border is a little strict right now, letting people in and out of there. But as soon as that things get freed up and I'm able to go back, I'm gonna try to be there. And then whenever Kyle Lowry or anybody, Fred VanVleet, those guys need me, to Pascal, have something going on there and they need me to show up, OG, my guy OG, or Norm, I'll be there. I'll be on the forefront, right on the front lines of doing everything that needs to be done to make change.
Danny, whenever those borders open up, I'm sure the fans will love to give you that warm reception as you get your ring. Congratulations again on winning another championship. 3 teams, 3 titles. LeBron's not the only one.
Thank you. I've been lucky, man. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you so much for your time, Danny. Really appreciate it.
Thank you, man. I appreciate you.